Spend more time on the why than you do on the how and the what and all that other stuff. What does that mean? Well, I'm raising 4 kids and I run a real estate business. We've got 77, 8 plus agents on our roster right now. We are growing. We're growing fast. And, of course we're going to teach everybody the what, the how, the where, the when, all the details, all that stuff. Yes. When training and coaching and all that stuff, we're going to teach you about how to do what you need to do. What I noticed, or what I believe to be true, is the why is more important than all the other details. So think about it. I don't know about you, but I grew up in an age where my parents said stuff like, do as I say, not as I do, or because I told you so, or don't backtalk me. All these different things when they were trying to get me to do things. I mean, something as simple as cleaning my room or anything they wanted me to do, they would just say, do what I tell you to do. Like, for example, your parents like, don't smoke cigarettes. And then they're smoking cigarettes, right? And they don't talk to you. They just say, don't do it. And then nobody explains a lot of things. And drinking alcohol, they don't walk you through how alcohol can be a very bad thing and how it may have ruined part of their life or ruined a relationship, or they don't tell you all the details. They don't tell you the why. They just stay very vague. And that's the way things were when we were growing up. And I don't think that works as well as we think it does. So we spend a lot of time on the why. So with my kids, we don't always call it back talking when they ask questions. Sometimes it's just them giving us attitude. Yeah, and it is back talking, and that's not cool. But many times they're just curious, like genuinely curious, and they want to know. So before we get there, we explain it. Why? Why do we do it this way? Why did we do it that way? Why should you do it this way? Why should you do it that way? Because the way human beings work is, if you attach it to something that matters to them, if you attach it to an end result, if you make the why clear and it's maybe even emotional to them where they're like, oh, that makes sense. That's valuable to me. I care about that. They're much more likely to actually do what you want them to do than just saying, do as I tell you to and don't question me and because I said so. When you explain the why, when you slow down to make it about something that matters and something important to them, like in the office in real estate, why do we do it this way? Why do we do it that way? So like, why do we sit down and do a buyer consultation before we show a buyer houses? Well, we have a saying. I'd rather ask you 500 questions and show you 5 houses than ask you 5 questions and show you 500 houses, because showing you 500 houses is a waste of time. If I would have sat down and got to know you better, if I would have learned all your wants and your needs, if I would have really figured out what's important to you, then I could have attached that to why I'm shopping and why I'm helping you look at these particular properties and showing you these particular properties, narrowed it down better because I'm in tune with what you want. And then we don't have to waste our time looking at 500 houses. I know you so well that I only show you the houses that are really going to fit you, because I took the time and I got to know the why of what's important to you. That's why we do the buyer consultation. So we explain all these things to the agents so they understand and they're very in tune with why they're doing what they're doing, so they buy into it and they actually get the job done. It's the same thing with your kids. It's the same thing with work. It's the same thing with life. Why do we do the things that we do? So I'm going to challenge you, when educating people, when coaching, when training, or even yourself, when you're being coached or trained, get to know the why, the reason behind what you're doing. You may find out that maybe you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing and you need to change it. Or you may find out the big reason, the why you're doing what you're doing, and then it becomes much more important to you, tangible to you, real to you, and you're much more likely to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish and do the job you're trying to do, because now you're in tune with the why. This is an age-old thing that I think we can all get better at. So the why is more important than the how, the what, the when, and all that other stuff. Get in tune with the why of what you're doing, why you're doing it, all that stuff. And watch the magic happen, guys. Watch the people around you start to accomplish more, do more, be more, have more, all those things. You want to get your kids to clean their bedroom, tell them why. Take the time and explain it to them. That is also a language of love, when you slow down and take the time to educate them. It's very easy to say, because I said so. It's much more difficult to take the time and slow down and explain the reason why. That's showing love, and they're much more likely to actually start doing what you ask them to do. Just think about that for a minute. I hope this helps. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Y'all take it easy.